Welcome to day 20 being stuck in this room because ferrets won't stop making noise.
Ferrets suck.
I love them so much.
I love them so much.
Wait, what were we talking about today? I don't have my phone with me on my script.
Bruh, we're talking about apartments. Why this apartment sucks. Apartment honey.
Oh! Hold on, I'm started. Hold on, I'm started. Ooh, I'm mad. This is really bad tactic.
Don't get me started on the housing market.
Well, it's like a sign of a stand-up.
I guess so. This is not the time to move out.
It's not.
Sucks.
It's awful. I don't know what to talk about yet. First things first, maintenance. They're cool enough. The people are cool. The job they do is not good.
The landlord special.
Oh, the landlords. Oh, yeah. Okay, so before you move into an apartment, make sure you check your vents, check your hinges, check your window seals, because they're going to do the landlord special. If you know what the landlord special is, they just take white paint they used to paint the walls and paint over everything else instead of replacing it or fixing it.
So dumb.
They say like everything in here is white.
And this place is not even worth $1,000.
It is not. This is honestly, this is like an $800.
And they want to charge $1,500 for people moving in now.
It's crazy.
It started out at like 9 something.
Yeah, oh yeah, I forgot. I started off at 900, and now it's like 15.
Because if you didn't know, if you haven't moved out yet, they raise rent every year.
And for some reason, the new management decided this place is now worth $1,500.
Just because they add a smart device for your door.
Just because we
trash valet service.
We're a beachfront property. We're not
at all.
Like 30 minutes away from the beach.
They should only raise prices at the beach.
Okay, so let's first thing first. Let's talk about our last management. How they lied to you when we first moved in here.
Well, they didn't even give us a tour when we came here. They said the tour isn't available, even though the call center or whatever on the phone tells us we can get a tour. It's actually like $700. We get here, they tell us it's the wrong price. They gave us the wrong price and the wrong information, and then we couldn't tour. We just took it. Don't ever do that, by the way.
Now, which one was it? That was Franklin Group, right? I think that was Franklin Group. That was that company.
Shut up!
Right. What? No, but and then we walked in here today moving in, and everything's like cracked. There's a weird water paint stain thing. Paint's falling off the ceiling.
It's crazy.
Honestly, we should have said F it and walked out at that point. But then again,
Probably.
I want the money back.
Where will we go?
Nowhere. There's nowhere. This is actually the best place in the area. That's really sad.
It is sad. We need to move out of this area.
For real. Norfolk has better things.
I guess so.
But the doorknob was falling off. The front door knob. They said and you know what we do? Oh, here's the crazy part. There's mold in like the vent thing. And when we went to the office, they said, "Oh yeah, we all knew it. Yeah, we knew about all those things."
And they didn't fix it, and then when we move out of here, they're gonna want to charge us for the damages they caused. They're gonna try to scam us. I already know it.
That's why you gotta take pictures of everything before you move out.
I guess so.
So I did. When we moved in, I took a video and picture of every single thing that was wrong with this place.
You still have them?
Some of them. Some of the issues aren't even really issues. This is like cracked paint.
Yes, so.
And stuff. Oh yeah, there's also a giant hole in the closet in the ceiling. They just patched up with boards and duct tape.
That's still there. I forgot about it.
And they painted it white. They really look special here.
This is so dumb.
The bathroom. See, no, here's the crazy part. The bathroom was okay. There maybe was some dead bugs, and they just did the landlord special on the vents and didn't clean them. And they're rusted and like black moldy. And even if they clean them off, they still have the stain from it. Yeah, the whole bathroom sucked. Well, it was actually all right. It was all right a little bit.
I guess so.
And then they proceeded to change the toilet and the pressure in the tap water and the sink. So now the sink comes out like a trickle. It's legit like, you know, like when it slightly rains and it comes off the roof. That's what it feels like. That's the level of rain we get. I mean, the level of water we get out of the tap water.
Why'd they even do that?
I don't know. It was way better before.
There was no reason to change it.
No, it wasn't. We used to honestly call them like, hey, yo, can we change this pressure up? Because this thing sucks. I can't wash my hands in this.
For real.
Legit, I start washing my hands in the bathtub because I don't get enough pressure to get the soap off my hands.
You got big hands because it comes off of mine.
Exactly. I have big hands. That thing like beat, 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 beat.
It's not that serious.
It's super weak, bro. Still have to. It makes my hands itchy.
Why?
Cause there's soap on my hands. Soap makes you itchy.
You're weird.
If I wash my hands in the bathtub, it's way faster too. It takes way too long. They wash my hands in the sink. I've been letting this happen. Like, bro, I can call the guy. Like, hey, can you change this? This is stupid. They got all sorts of plumbers too. That's crazy.
I don't want to hide the ferrets again.
Too bad. We're gonna have to.
This is so dumb.
Well, then again, they might just call a plumber, some random plumber, like they usually do. People who work here don't even do the plumbing. They get some darn old random people. Remember, it was some random third party that up in their building.
But I wonder if they ever tell them to check if the residents have unauthorized anything in the apartment.
But you don't, because it's not their job. Not their job.
These pet fees are getting out of control too.
$300 per pet fee. That's crazy.
Some of them are charging $400. I'm seeing them on the website. That's crazy.
There's no. Once again, here's the thing. The statement I have: the pet fee should be at least 50% of the vet bill.
Mm-hmm.
It should be at least 50%. You should not have more money going into the pet fee than the vet bill.
For you.
That's crazy to me.
Like, that's insane. And they're just ferrets. They're really clean. They don't do anything.
Nah, bro. The mess that they make is the mess that you let them make, for real. You can teach ferrets to not make a mess.
Exactly. And they're caged animals. You can keep them in the cage for most of the day because they only need like 4 hours of outside time.
For real. For real. We just let the ferrets out because, they just venture around. They just chase each other around, poop where they're supposed to, because you can train them to poop where they're supposed to, and that's it.
And they sleep for like the whole day.
Majority of the day, for real. They play a little bit, they fall asleep. Wake up, play a little bit, fall asleep. That's all they do.
Yep.
It's crazy.
And then they want to charge us like $100 for each pet that's unauthorized. Give us a lease violation if we're caught. And then we have to pay the pet fee, $30 for each pet that is there. That's a lot of money. That's almost $1,000.
For real, that's legit more than having all 3 pets checked out and shot, and given vaccines for diseases.
Like, that's a lot.
In one day. It's only
Place is starting to have so many rules.
way too many rules. It's not the good rules, because they're like, clean up after your pets. There's still poop. So our apartment building is in front of the bus stop for the kids. There's poop all up in the grass. They don't enforce their rules. They make rules, they don't enforce them.
Exactly.
It's crazy.
And they try to scare us in the email. They sound so rude in the emails now. The last management were more polite with it.
They were so cool. They even told us, hey, yo, they're caged animals. Don't worry about it.
Exactly.
Just keep it on.
And now, if you leave your trash can outside overnight from the trash valet service, they're going to charge you a lease violation, I think. Or not. Maybe it's like...
They charge you.
They just charge us.
They just charge you.
How much was it? Like 50?
Yeah, it's still way too much for some trash. Just leave your plastic trash can outside after it's been cleaned out.
Like, bro,
$50.
sometimes you just forget. It's not like you're doing it on purpose every day and just not caring about it.
For real, I left it outside multiple times. I just got too sleepy, went to bed, forgot about the trash can. It's like, oh snap, the trash can's outside. Open the door, bring it in. Cause that easy.
Anyone like inspecting this place like every day?
No! They put in so many rules and no one expects anything!
There better not be a charge on that account.
For real, better not. Wait, that's towards me or towards them?
It's both of them. This is so stupid.
It's legitimately the dumbest thing ever.
That's crazy.
What's another issue we have with them? Oh, so when we moved in, they said there was in-unit laundry, but they did not specify on the website it's only for certain places. So this place has townhouses, 2 bedrooms, and 1 bedrooms. Only the townhouses have a washer and dryer inside. They just said it was in-unit. They didn't say which unit.
And that was gonna be a deal breaker for me.
For real.
But they didn't let us tour, so I got stuck with it.
And so there is a laundry room, and those laundry machines are old as heck. I can tell that they're old as heck. They look like the ones you would have in your house in 2009. And so they first just attached to the office, and they moved it. They added a gym that is awful garbage.
They made everything smaller.
They legit added an extra wall for no reason.
And we had so many washing machines and dryers in the old one. And then they wanted to minimize it in this one and take away all of those and only leave us with a few.
So they forced the maintenance to move their office down a little bit in the garage, and they add a wall, and they put it in there. There's no AC in there. So you best believe you got the dryers, you got the hot heat, you got the machines, probably using hot water. It's honestly an awful experience. You're trying to get in there and get out of there in the nick of time so you don't pass out from heat stroke. It's awful. It just feels the worst. The only time it feels good in there is when it's wintertime, when it's super cold. Because at least at that point you're super cold and the heat from the dryer are going and you're actually warming up. But in there you legit are. I legit was on there once, basically in like a shirt and shorts. Came out covered in sweat within 5 minutes. It's that bad in there.
The time we got stuck in there.
Oh my goodness, the door was stuck for like the first 3 months. And so basically you're trying to force your way out before you die of heat stroke. It's like a saw trap in there, man. It was awful.
That was scary.
It was scary. I hated that.
If only someone had grabbed the phone.
I forgot my phone. So I was stuck in there and I'm freaking out. I don't do well in enclosed spaces that are heated. And then, I remember this one time, a machine broke on me. Because all the machines are broken. They don't work half the time. A machine broke on me and it was still full of water. So I'm like, oh dang, that sucks. I tell the people, one of your machines broke in the laundry room. Fast forward to 2 weeks later, it's still full of water and it's starting to smell really bad. Really bad.
Why does it even smell so bad?
I don't know, because old water that sits there gets stagnant and it starts to smell. The water needs to move. That's why swamps smell so bad, because the water does not move.
That's gross.
It has a bunch of creatures in it. So I need, because once again that was my pants and stuff, and it had soap in it and whatever dirt was on my pants and stuff. Because I think it still worked. I was still working outside at that point, so my pants had sweat smells and dirt in it, all that mess.
Dang.
So that stuff started stinking bad, and I remember one day I went to go check, see if it was still broken. I check, boom. I look, the water was blue at first. It was gray.
That's gross.
Gray with like white in it. I'm like, what the heck is that? And it stinks up the whole place. They didn't even put a thing saying broken on it. It honestly, you could not sit. Honestly, when you went in there, I started to gag sometimes because like, it was that bad, and it took them basically 2 weeks to fix this.
That's so gross.
At that point, man, and don't get me started. Recently, all the machines went down. It took them a whole week to fix it. We had to go to my mom's house to do my laundry. I'm gonna start doing that anyway, cause I'm not giving them more money. You gotta pay for it. It's like $2. That's $2.10. That's the base pay. That's the base payment. And if you want to do a better washing cycle, it's gonna go up like $35. I'm probably
the laundromat is in the hood.
Oh, that's the closest laundromat too. The closest laundromat is in the hood, and it's not a good area. It's so bad. They don't have laundromats down here for some reason. I guess we're in the richer area for some reason.
This is a richer area.
It's the richer hood. I can tell you that much. It's so bad.
Sucks.
This area is weird. It's like hood, country, and city at the same time. And suburbs. It's so strange.
It's so weird.
So weird. This whole sucks. So, here's some tips for you when you move out. First things first. If they don't give you a tour, leave them. Find a new place. They need to give you. The tour is needed. If they give you a tour, it's pretty nice, you know. But make sure you always, when you're about to leave an apartment, always take pictures of everything, because they will try to scam you half the time. And all that jazz. It's just so gross.
So gross.
It's disgusting. Reminds me, I need to tell someone about the doorstop, because the doorstop fell off for some reason, because I don't know that it can do that.
This place is so broken down.
It's so broken down. It's so gross. Oh, the vents would break the first year. Each time we always got someone to fix it, and they would basically fix it, and it would break again. And then our power would go out from a microwave, and that thing would go out like every time we used it. We asked them to fix it. It never got fixed. And they just told us, oh, don't use too many electronic items. One item on Like 2 items being on while the microwave is on would take like my power. The biggest issue is that this place got flooded out by a hurricane, and they only repaired the first floor. They didn't repair the second floor. So the second floor is as old as the building is. I think this building was made in like 1980.
That's crazy.
Crazy. So they've not updated this place one bit ever since.
Well, to afford rent, I would say get a bunch of flexible side jobs that you can do at the same time, so you can maximize your income in as little time as possible, and you won't be that burnt out.
And then spring for a better place. To spring for a better place. We did a tour of a place that was really dope. We wouldn't go there, and she wouldn't pay for it because it's just too expensive. Even she had the money, but that place was so cool. Just get the cooler place. Just be within your means. That's all I gotta say.
Yes.
Don't cheap out. Never cheap out ever again. We will never do that ever again. Well, she might.
It wasn't about cheaping out. It was just like, this is really the best place in the area anyway.
It really is, though. That's still sad. It's not gated. Not too many rules. Well, there used to not be too many rules. It's just that when your management changes, watch them, and if you're able to dip when you can, because when management comes around, they like to mess up a lot of things.
They do.
We still can't mail from here.
That's correct.
I just now realized that it's been like 3 years. We still can't mail from here.
Bruh.
They don't have a mailbox. You just receive. You can't send. So sad now.
Thumbnail. This should be the thumbnail.
Yeah, this is the thumbnail. Oh my goodness. I think that's it. That's all I got.
So.
What's that?
I guess so.
Yeah, it's in the video and thumbnail. See you
Bye.
guys later. Bye.